Hello and welcome to more Vintage Cube Draft. Got a Mox Ruby. In my opinion, the second best Mox. Actually, I don't know, Mox Ruby and Mox Opal? The white one, whatever that one is, not Opal. Mox Pearl. I think those are tied for the best too because Mono Red and Mono White are essentially the decks that most benefit from having a Mox. The blue Mox is also very, very good, but I think I like the white one the most. Red is, I don't know, they're all good. Anyway, hello and welcome to more Vintage Cube. We opened Mox Ruby. In my opinion, one of the better Moxes. They're all great. I mean, they feel great. Definitely going to be taking that. We have Prismatic Vista, Time Spiral, Dark Confidant, Goblin Welder that I'm looking at out of these packs. And then Image is good. And then Nissa is fine. Actually, Baleful Strix is very good too. So a lot of good cards in this pack, but we're going to take the Mox. What I like to do with Mox Ruby most of the time is draft Mono Red because it Mono Red is the deck that most benefits from this card, but also blue-red artifacts benefit from that, and then obviously Storm benefits quite a bit from having an on-color Mox, because a lot of times Storm you end up red or Grixis or things like that. So I don't think it's worth taking Abbot of Carol Keep here. Yeah, if you're trying to maximize win rate for drafting, you could try and force red. I don't advocate for that, and Abbot's a pretty medium red card as far as things go. So we could take Wormcoil Engine if we want to go artifacts, although I guess Metalworker is more of a signal. I don't think he's that great though. We could take Narset if we want to go more of the Storm route, because Narset plus Time Twister is a good way to just sneak games out of your opponent. And then Sensei's Top is okay. This does combo with Bolus's Citadel, so if we do end up getting Tinker, that could be good. I think it's between Sensei's Top and Narset. I'm just going to take Narset. Narset's a really good card. Here we can take Azorius Signet. Incinerate Char again if you want to go red are an option. Garrick, things like that. We'll just take the Signet. All these things go well together. Here we get Counterspell. I do love Counterspell. Dig Through Times in the same pack too is good. But we have a good bluish control deck going. And again, when I mentioned that Mox Ruby is good in a certain archetype, it's good in other archetypes too. It's just a very good card. So I'm not complaining too much to pick up just cheap interaction. Now we get Glen Elendra. I think Glen's a very, very good card. And we'll see what keeps wheeling. I mean, when blue cards are open, you take them because as far as power level goes, blue cards are just better per card than all the rest of them, at least most of the time. So we'll take Glen. I'm seeing, Eidolon, Flame Slash, Condemn, and things, but so far we get Daze now. Daze is good. Inquisition I also like, but I think Daze fits pretty well with what we're going. And Daze is a reasonable signal that blue is open-ish. Here we can take Shatterskull Smashing. That does go with Mox Ruby, and I think this is better than Mizium Waters. They're both similar roles, but this you can just play as a land earlier, so that's nice. Vorinclex is a new inclusion. He's fine. More or less a 6-mana 6/6 trample seems, it's fine. Not the best, not the worst. He's got cool artwork though. There's a lot of awesome stuff going on in there. We'll take the Smashing though. Ooh, and okay, red was open, so we get to decide between Koth of the Hammer and Seasoned Pyromancer. I think are the two things. Bitter Blossom and Fallen Shinobi are also good options, but I think red is, I don't know. These also signal that these colors are open. But because I have Mox Ruby, I think I'm going to lean towards red. I think Seasoned Pyromancer is better in more decks than Koth is. Koth is has a higher ceiling, but Pyromancer is card advantage and tempo and creatures and things. It's just sweet. We can take Goblin Welder. We do have some artifacts. That goes really well with Tinker. Phantasmal Image is the safe pick. It's good with Pyromancer and Glen. Actually, I'm just going to take the Image. We already have so many good combos with it, and Goblin Welder is hard to make work. One of the better cards was in the same pack, which was Sundering Titan. Abbot, Needle Spire's Desperate Ritual. I will take an Abbot. Okay, I mean, we're getting burned. We'll take Incinerate over Char. The 1 mana less is pretty important. I don't care too much about the damage to yourself, but 2 mana is so much less than 3 mana. And white also... Every color's open today. I'm going to take the Fixing, though. This can help us splash a Kolaghan's Command or 3 mana Duretti would be the cards I would splash. Okay, Yorion, Eidolon of the Great Revel. I guess I take Eidolon. I mean, man, red-white is always open, I swear. Yeah, this is the same thing that's happened to me the last 3 drafts. Blue was reasonably open pack 1. And then it completely dried up and red-white was unbelievably open after that. I'm not really sure what they want me to do, but I think this time we're going to end up with some blue cards. I'm going to take Renand because it's good. Maybe we can wheel a Burst Lightning and Ugin, Bloodstained Mire. I actually think Siege Gang is fine too, but Remand is just, we have a lot of cheap interaction now, and that's great. Treachery is a good card. It's not an absurd card, but it's such a good tempo play. Like you play that untap, cast Glen. What does your opponent do? They die. Thoughtseize I think I like more than Treachery if we were in black, but I'm trying to stay more to one color for now because I don't know exactly what we're doing. I like Factor Fiction, Chain Lightning, Fire Ice. This is a good pack. Badlands, Pestermite, Ferocidon. Chain Lightning is good, cheap interaction for 1 mana. Right now we don't actually have any card advantage though, so I think I'm actually going to take Foth. You can put Pyromancer in the yard and then exile it. Yeah, we're going to take this because there's a couple good red cards. Like, I wouldn't be mad if I wheeled Fire Ice versus Chain Lightning. They're, in my mind, very similar. Ferocidon would be fine, but this card helps us draw cards. And that's what we're trying to do. Arid Mesa, Emery, Grim Lavamancer, and I guess Batterskull maybe, but I'm just going to take Arid Mesa because we probably need some fixing. Blue-red has pretty hefty mana requirements. There's Probe, there's a Shrine, Goblin Rabblemaster, and then Misty Rainforest for better chances at fixing. This is getting into a weird deck. Like, Eidolon of the Great Revel is kind of weird in a... No, it's not that weird in this deck. I've seen weirder decks. I'm just gonna take the fetch. Kind of all in on getting Steam Vents, but I think that's fine. Sword of Fire and Ice is okay. Mistress Factory helps, but our mana's too bad for that currently. So I guess I'll take an Imperial Recruiter in case we do wheel like Pestermite, Kiki-Jiki. I typically think that Kiki-Jiki is a trap, just because like the mana requirement is so hard, it's very telegraphed. As soon as you play one of them, your opponent knows to like save removal. The benefit is you could just like play Imperial Recruiter for Pestermite, and then your opponent saves removal for Kiki-Jiki, and you just don't have it in your deck, which I kind of like doing. So we might end up playing Kiki-less Kiki deck. Oh man, they give us Venser and Caracas in the same pack. I think we take Venser. Venser's a great card, and not a whole lot else here. I do like Leonin Relic Water. I think he's a very good tempo play to just like snipe a Mox or something to deny your opponent mana. Here we can take a Swift Spear or an Ancient Grudge. We do have a Misty, so getting Grudge isn't unreasonable. Swift Spear is decent in this deck, but we're not like that aggressive. So I think I like the possibility of Ancient Grudge a bit more. Here we could take, I think I just like Burst Lightning. Counterburn's a sweet archetype, and having both counterspells and burn puts us into that archetype. We can take Dire Fleet. I kind of like to sideboard this card, but in an aggressive deck anyway, but most of the time you're going to have something to hit with this. So it's like a 2-mana 2/1 first strike that has a bunch of upside. Fire Ice came around. I do love this card. Look how open white is, man. If you want to win, just force white. I'm trying to get people to draft white so that, you know, it'd be nice if other colors were open sometimes. Because I'm doing my part. I'm drafting white as much as I can. But can only do so much. What? That's funny. I mentioned him as a good card, and then he comes around. We really need a Steam Vents. Or ideally a Volcanic Island. Otherwise these fetches do nothing. Blackleaf Cliffs definitely does nothing. Oh, okay. What do we want here? I like Brazen Borrower probably. It fits the counterburn theme. I have probably not, especially with the mana, I probably can't make Eidolon work. Pestermite got taken, so I might not be playing a Recruiter, although it can still grab Pyromancer, Venser, Glen, so it is good value, and Phantasmal Image. There's also Treasure Cruise, which kind of works really well with this deck. I put a lot of things into my graveyard. I have 2 fetches, which I guess I can run just as on-color fetches for Grim Lavamancer. Actually, yeah, let's take Treasure Cruise. Getting rid of these. And Ancient Grudge is looking less likely, but I will take a green dual. Like, if I can find a green source, I'll probably run Ancient Grudge. At least in the sideboard. Okay, there's a Scalding Tarn. That's at least an on-color dual. There's the Duretti we talked about. I think Duretti's fantastic. But the mana is going to be our biggest issue. We already have, like, a reasonable number of playables. Oh, wait, Shelldock Isle 2? Oh, no. I gotta take Shelldock. It's way too good. It's a land that casts spells for free. Like, imagine casting Treachery off Shelldock, untapping your lands, and going deep. Even with just cheap spells like this, like, it's still really good. Volcanic Island would be great, but... Or not Volcanic, Scalding Tarn. But we already have 2 fetches and stuff. I don't think I'm playing Mistress Factory. At least currently my mana's really bad. Okay, we still don't have too much help. I mean, we could try and splash Teferi. I don't think that's really where we want to be. We could take Fumarole to help with the mana situation. It also gives us a late game win con / blocker. And I like that. We're going to wheel like well, hopefully some type of ballista, control magic, dark dwellers, a braid, and I guess I was probably gonna wield ephemeral anyway, but I need fixing. I can't win with this deck if I can't cast my spells. At this point, I probably am not gonna run the Signet because most of my spells cost 2. Okay. Still no duels, but we do have Sulfuric Vortex if we want to go full encounter burn. Firebolt is just nice, and then Mirari Conjecture. Almost all of our deck is instant, so this is unlikely to be able to get 2 things. So I think I just take Firebolt for more early burn. I don't think this is necessarily a Vortex deck. We can get rid of Signet. I love Shark Typhoon. I normally like Wasteland, but our mana is way too bad, and we're not ramping into much with Relics. So we'll just take the Typhoon. This is a really good tempo play. It's uncounterable, at least the cycling part. So like you could just like pass turn in a counter mirror and then make a Shark and end a turn, and that's sweet. Ooh, Commit Memory also works in this deck. Bergie's sweet, but not for this type of deck. And Tutor, like, we don't have anything important to tutor for. Hellrider is okay, but I think having more controlling elements is nice. I might play Soulscar Mage here. I'm not playing anything else, so you know what this deck needs? Glorybringer and Steam Vents. No, probably, well, we'll see. Wow, that's a lot of cards. Holy cow. A lot of good ones. Ember Shieldbreaker is nice, killing artifacts. This is not a high tide deck. I do like the idea of Expansion Explosion, actually. Being able to like, because this deck's a bit controlling, this could be a good like way to break the mirror as well if you can cast it for like a bunch of mana, hit them for like 2, draw 2 cards. Yeah, I'll take that over the Shieldbreaker. Then here we can take a Beaumont Courier in case we ever want to get aggressive. Zergo or Pyroclasm. What's my sideboard look like? Pretty aggressive. I'll take the Pyroclasm. Ooh, I actually probably will play a Dark Dwellers. Maybe, we'll see. It's a sweet card, right? We can get back, I don't even, if we can get back Fire Ice, I'll probably play it. I think this might be 4 CMC. Then we can get back Incinerate. Actually, never mind. It's not amazing here. We could take Containment Priest for the sideboard. Yeah, Dark Dwellers is pretty bad. So this is 23 cards currently. There's something I could play over the Shrine. I get like Imperial Recruiter more than Shrine of Burning Rage. I'll take Thran Dynamo. Not playing Hellrider in this deck. It is fine with Seasoned Pyromancer, but I don't think we're going that route. I mean, Shrine gives us inevitability, but Recruiter being able to grab all these sweet cards seems way better. So these are lands, and this is a land. Okay, we just run these plus 6/5. The mana is very sketchy, but we are running these fetches to facilitate Treasure Cruise and Grim Lavamancer. And the deck looks pretty sweet. It's missing fixing in a couple cards to be like perfect, but I think this is definitely a salvageable deck that has a chance to trophy. We'll see if we can get there. All right, we're playing against Patrao. I don't know how to say that, but yeah, I'll keep this hand. Got Shelldock. What can go wrong with a Shelldock in hand? And we also have like good cheap burn interaction if they're playing a creature deck. Basically, if they're playing a creature deck, we have a decent shot. If they're playing something unfair, it's going to be tough. One says Dr. Caleb. Hello. They say that they're a big fan. I'll just say thanks. Good luck. Have fun to you too. Bottom on the play. Oh, this is beautiful. Get in there, Shelldock. Alright, well, I got rid of a bunch of lands, so that's fine. Also, all my shuffle effects, so I don't think I have any way to get those back. And I like seeing planes. It means burn is more likely to be good. We can hold up Counterspell now. It would appear this person knows what's up, playing mono white. They just ran into the... I think I have Pyroclasm in the sideboard too. Chalice I'll let resolve. Okay, they're playing a different white deck than I'm expecting. Go ahead. Our Shelldock's not great, but, you know... in the late game we will have one extra card. I'm mostly here to counter Planeswalkers, because I can kill creatures. Next turn I can play Recruiter for Glenalendra. I don't want to tap out of Counterspell, because if they just jam like Big Teferi or Gideon or something, I'm in trouble. Elspeth Knight Errant. Yeah, we'll counter her. Ooh, I like Fire Ice. So let's go land. Imperial Recruiter. I think they have Mana Tithe. That's what I'm getting the feeling of, given that they like waited to have a Plains up. It's possible they don't and they just drew Elspeth that turn, but I'm kind of giving the assumption that they have Mana Tithe. I want to go with, I think, Glenalendra. Glen feels good here. And I'm going to ice their land on upkeep. We might get mana tithe, but I don't have much better interaction here. I don't want to get hit by like an Elspeth. Oh, that's fine. Okay, Evison's good. Ooh, Phantasmal Image is so good. I guess we're gonna hold a basic island here. Play Glen. Protect ourselves from non-creatures, and then we can, like, Phantasmal Image to deal with creatures. I'll take a hit for 4, that's fine. They've revealed blue mana as well. Take 4. I'll let Gruul Signet resolve. But now the opponent is going to have a hard time resolving pretty much anything. I'm going to play Phantasmal Image, copying my Glen. We'll take another hit off Avacyn, and then we're going to Burst Lightning, kill the Avacyn at end of turn. They play Oblivion Ring, we counter that one. I could have this enter as Archangel Avacyn now. I honestly don't hate that. Or Avacyn. It'll be an X3. Sure. I hope they attack. I know they won't, but one can hope. So end of turn. I could like double bolt the Avacyn, but I think it's fine to not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're just gonna pass turn. Actually, yeah, I'd rather pass turn. I don't want to tap out for Burst Lightning here. I'm not really under any like life total pressure, and having commit feels very safe. Nice. So now we Burst Lightning with Kicker on their Avacyn, holding up a blue. And we get to oh, we have days? That might be relevant. We're down to 22. I'm close to Treasure Cruise as well. Slightly concerned about Restoration Angel, but it is what it is. And I'm just gonna play out the Llama Man. Pass turn. We have Commit Memory plus Glen activation available. We'll let them keep their Signet. It makes days worse, but I don't think they need that much mana. So that's getting countered for sure. Oh. Right, she can't transform though. Okay. I was like, what the heck? And then they can't transform because it's just a copy. They remand their Day of Judgment. And I can daze whichever copy I want. I'll just daze the remand. Feels good to get a daze in there though. That scared me. I thought I was going to wipe my board for a second by copying Avacyn. But as far as I understand, that is not going to happen. She'll just say transform and then nothing happens. Yeah. Ooh, Venser was an excellent draw. So we attack for a bunch. I'm just going to attack with the Lava Man. No, I'll hold him back. Sure. We'll attack like this and then just pass. We have Venser plus Commit Memory plus Glen. They have Wrath of God. Guess I'll just counter that with Glen. A lot of counter magic from this, or a lot of board wipes from this opponent, which are in general not too great against my deck. They're just good in this specific situation. And I can Lava Man them. Yeah, I think it's probably better to hit them with Grim Lavamancer than it is to Treasure Cruise. Draw land, we attack. And Sphinx's Revelation is not in the current cube. So I'm just going to go for an Incinerate right now. Okay. If they did counter that, I had Grim Lavamancer plus Firebolt, so I wasn't too concerned. They are white control-ish. I feel like this is a fairly decent matchup. Kind of like Shrine of Burning Rage, actually. This is a good, you just put this in play early and take it up. Soulscar Mage seems a bit medium if they're playing double Wrath. Ancient Grudge, I don't have green mana. I could put in one forest if I want to just kill their Signets. I don't think that's super necessary, so we'll just keep it like this. Alright, well, one mountain we're good. Okay, maybe 2 mountains. So I know they have a bunch of Wraths, Oblivion Ring, a whole bunch of Signets, so I need to preserve my counter magic for the high impact threats that I can't kill with creatures. Because given what I've seen from their deck, it's just mostly Planeswalkers and board wipes. Ooh, and they mulliganed. That's good. And we draw Glen. Glen seems really good against their deck. Ooh, Mox Emerald, okay. Oh, jeez. Alright, we need a red source immediately. Teferi absolutely decimates this hand. Yeah, I have... this hand is so bad in the face of turn 2 Teferi. I'm dead. I don't know what I can do. Okay, but it's just a Worn Power Stone. I say that like it's not that big of a deal, but that's a lot of mana. And we are going to discard Imperial Recruiter. Thanks, deck. So Teferi, how do we even kill Teferi? He's at 7 loyalty. They have Gideon. This might be time to go to the old game 3. Yeah, I'm over it. I'm not winning this game. Teferi is such an unfun card for a lot of reasons. He would be so sweet if he didn't have just I almost want to bring in like Hellriders a way to snipe planeswalkers. But I think we're good. Teferi would be so fun if he didn't have his first ability, or if his first ability was like you can cast spells as though they had flash would be good. There are a lot of things that could change. Alright, I'll keep this hand. Yeah, that was a good Mold 6 from the opponent. Okay, no Mox and a Signet is great. We draw Burst of Lightning, which gives us some amount of hope versus Planeswalkers. Ooh, nothing turn 2 as well. They can Manatize my Imperial Recruiter. I would like to draw blue because then I can get Glenn. Glenalendra versus Seasoned Pyromancer. I think I'm gonna grab Glenn. Glenn seems good. They play Teferi. Ooh, Mentor. Okay, that's a great one for me because I can Burst Lightning it. Or even better, I can Treachery it. That sounds awesome. I don't want to leave them with that in play. That seems like it could get out of hand very quickly. So we're going to wait on the Glen, attack them for 1. We saw Remand from them as the only blue interaction that I know of. Gideon's a good one. So I need to draw an untapped land. Or no, I can go Burst Lightning Expansion to kill Gideon, which seems pretty good actually. Hold control, cast this on Gideon, pay this, then copy it. Get out of here, Gideon. Same targets. Alright, we have Factor Fiction, Glenalendra, Grim Lavamancer. Do I let them know the coast is clear and just cast Foth? I think we do main phase Foth. No lands? Oh gosh. Okay, well, this has been rough so far against this opponent. The whole point of Fothing was so we could hit land drops. Although this is, I mean, this is an insane split. If they don't resolve anything too crazy here, we will be in good shape. I just really wanted to like hit a mountain and play Grim Lavamancer. Alright, opponent thought for a long time about these splits. And it's Pyromancer Commit Memory versus Remand Narset Counterspell. So I think I just gotta take this pile. I don't have blue. If they kill my Wandering Fumarole, I'm in huge trouble. This is a good split. Because I can play Pyromancer, make some tokens, like something. This is the max greed pile. We're going for max greed. They know what we're working with, and I'm okay with it. If they just jam Teferi, though, I'm so dead. But the reason for keeping this is like having Pyromancer in our graveyard is not that bad either, because we can make elementals. Okay, they have Gideon. So if I draw a blue source, I can take their knight and then start doing some things to Gideon. That would be good. It all starts with blue mana. Phantasmal Image. Oh, this is brutal. Yeah, so we lose our recruiter. I can image the recruiter just to get more things out of our deck. I think I like doing that. Abbot of Carol Keep. So we're going to take Abbot, and then we're going to play Abbot and try and hit a land. Please land. Okay. No, it's a mountain. I needed blue. The thing is, they could just have like Wrath of God here, and then I'm also in bad shape. But yeah, I think the max greed pile gives me the best late game chance. Opponent tanked for a bit, and they might. Oh gosh, they have Elspeth too. Okay, we can do this. They have to Gideon, so they're just gonna be eating all of our creatures. I need a land. Blue. Okay, that's actually not too bad. Let's play Shrine. That gives us prowess. Then I can Grim Lavamancer the Knight. Exiling Recruiter and Expansion. Then these have to attack Gideon. And I have Remand available. Gideon can kill Grim Lavamancer, which I think is probably correct. But Shrine ticking up, at least currently, is a way I can kill them. They can always just play like Teferi and bounce my Shrine though, which is a bit silly. And we're both stuck on 4 off-color lands. I guess white is their main color. Blue is my main color, so we're both stuck with 4 of one type and then 1 of the other. They're playing Wyrn Power Stone. I'm just gonna remand that. I need to just spend my spells here. I need to draw cards. They might have land Teferi, but they could have done that anyway. And best case scenario for me is they play a creature. But they could do something like Teferi, bounce something. I don't know. Just play a creature. That's all I'm asking. Oh, okay. What are you voting for? Shrine, maybe? The lava man. Goodbye. Oh, and then they just kill this with Gideon, and then now I'm in big trouble. Or they forget to activate Gideon. I like it. I like the initiative here. I fall to 14. We definitely always... Oh, I guess that's always yes. Okay, Arid Mesa doesn't help so much. I have Firebolt, Seasoned Pyromancer, and Commit Memory in my graveyard. We're gonna go land. I haven't seen much better cards to Treachery here, so we're just gonna take their Soldier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can then play Narset. Wait. Thinking of how I can kill Gideon here. I can Firebolt the Gideon down to 5, and this hits it for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That doesn't quite work. I can't hold up Counterspell there. How do I play this? I can go Narset. This is 4. And they just attack my Narset. I don't know how to play this turn. I'm going to be honest. Glenn feels good. Doing nothing feels good. I think I like doing nothing and just attacking Gideon here. We'll do that. Then I have counter magic available. They make a soldier. Gideon goes up to 6, which is so high. This makes 2. Yeah, 2 1/1 red creatures. Alright, end of turn. Let's make some dudes. Wait, could I have killed Gideon with Wandering Fumarole attacks? Oh no. I think I could have. They play Avacyn. Or Venser. I think I could have killed Gideon with Wandering Fumarole. I just forgot about that card. Yikes. Yeah, alright. That was bad. I could have killed Gideon, I think. We draw our own Venser. So I suppose we're going to Firebolt the Venser. That levels up Shrine. Attack Gideon for a bunch. Yeah, I should have just killed him. They chump, putting Gideon down to 3. We play our Fumarole and pass. This has been a great game. I am sad about my Fumarole punt. I was like, how do I get 1 extra damage? And this attacks for 4. Well. Okay, they play Solemn. They could jump Gideon and hit me for 9. Into Wyrn Power Stone, 1 card in hand. We actually have a good shot at winning this. We do draw an island too, which is huge. So, what do I want to do here? We have to swing out at Gideon. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they block 2 and Gideon takes some damage. I am reasonably concerned about Elspeth as well. So how do I play this? I think I like playing Narset. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I can play Narset and crack Shrine or draw into like Burn. I think we're gonna land Narset here. And see what I hit. Incinerate was great. So, these all attack Gideon. They know about the Incinerate. If I kill Solemn, then they block here. Gideon takes 3 and doesn't die. And then they ultimate Elspeth. So we let this go through. Oh, they're trading Solemn. I like that even more, I think. So we definitely want to Incinerate. An emblem with artifacts, creatures, and lands you control are indestructible. You know, I think we're just going to risk it and hope that the Elspeth emblem doesn't hurt me too bad. I don't think I have another option. I can't leave Gideon around because then they can like float Gideon and attack me. If they get rid of Elspeth and don't have anything else in hand, that's fine. And my board position's pretty good. They can't draw cards. I have an active Shrine. This has been a great game regardless of the outcome, despite this mistake. I think that was the only one I made though. Lodestone Golem's fine. And we need them to just not ultimate Elspeth. Even if they ultimate Elspeth though, that's not too bad. Alright, well, we'll see if they have Wrath of God. They have 1 card in hand? I think we might have done it. This goes up to 6. We draw an island, which is amazing. Let's downtick Narset, see what we're hitting. Oh, oh boy, what do I want? Treasure Cruise is very tempting, but I think I need Shark Typhoon to try and win here. Let's play land. 4, play Glenalendra. Oh, I can't also have Venser available. I guess we're just going to do nothing this turn. We have Counterspell available. They cast a really big Chalice, that's fine. They attack Narset. Kind of want Narset to die. Or I don't really care about Narset that much. So I think this is fine. Strange attack. Maybe 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, so this is a 2-turn clock if I don't block. So Narset's going down. Make a giant shark. We draw Shatter Skull Smashing, which doesn't really do anything, but it's okay. Oh, that can trigger Shrine, actually. I draw an island, which is great. We do that. Attack my opponent. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think I could have killed them, actually, if I Shatter Skull Smashing for 0 pre-combat. I don't think it matters, because they only have 1 card in hand. They would need, like, an insane 2 draws, but I think I could have killed them. Yeah. I hope that doesn't come back to bite me. Opponent passes turn. I guess I don't need to do anything. We'll just save Venser, because it's lethal like a bajillion different ways. They path my shark. I feel like that's actually fine because I have Shrine. Get an island. Let's just cast Smashing for 0 on this. Oh, it needs to be 1? Alright, let's just move to combat then. I guess I'll play this too. Attack them. They block, they take 1, 2, and we Shrine them. I guess on their upkeep. Shrine was the ultimate sideboard card. That was a really intense match. I really enjoyed it. I'm assuming it's over. I don't know what card in the format they could have. They say GG's. Honestly, really good games. Yeah, the funeral punt didn't matter. We ended up clutching it. Okay, see you guys next round. Alright, we're playing against Camaro C. This hand looks great. Turn 1 remand, fire ice, treachery, things like that. Seems good to me. Just letting you know this is a whole day later after game 1, or round 1, so I'm a little bit more rusty, but I think we got this. I'm just giving you guys updates, because there are some times where, like, I play a deck and then it's like many days later and I come back and people are like, how could he have possibly forgotten that thing that he said 2 minutes ago in video time? It's like, well, that was a different time for me than it was for you. Hopefully I get to remand something here, and then Imperial Recruiter for probably Glen Elendra. Not gonna remand Mox Emerald. Alright, this feels like they're holding up Kolaghan's command. I don't really want to run into. I'm going to play Misty Rainforest so I can get blue. And I'm not going to run out Recruiter. I don't want to get... They're probably going to K-command me end of turn, but... Oh, okay. Ooh, many color control. Well, we're going to fetch Misty... I could fire off Fire and Ice, but it makes more sense to do that on their upkeep. Oh, we draw Glen. That's actually quite perfect. Because now I can just keep holding up stuff, and then we can have Glen plus Glen activation. I can, like, ice their Steam Vents end of turn or something. Never mind. Alright, we're gonna go for, like, Glen plus Remand, because that seems like a very good way to win. Oh, and Venser, too. Okay. Now I don't really want to ice their thing. 1, 2, 3, 4... I will cast Ice at end of turn. They are 15 color control over there. Ice. Tapping down Steam Vents. A big part of this is trying to hit a land drop. Okay, come on, deck land. Not a land, but it is a Shark Typhoon. I can run out an Abbot to try and hit land drops, because that seems quite important. Nice. We can pass turn. We missed out on our ice opportunity. I really wanted Glen to be able to remand, like, if they had their own remand or Cryptic Command or something. But now we can run out Venser on Celestial Colonnade or something. And we do have a creature in play. Plus we're going to make a Shark Typhoon, so they have to act first. So maybe I don't even use Venser. Actually, I think Venser on Colonnade lets me get in for a lot of damage. Bounce Colonnade. Okay. The old float mana do nothing strategy. I like it. Let's attack for 4 and see what happens here. They just run out a Naked Snapcaster? That seems fine. They're not getting any value out of this. This trade works for me. And we go for Glen Elendra. Okay, that resolves. The downside, at least for this turn, is I cannot Glen plus. Ooh. Do I let that go through? I guess no. I kind of want to keep my Abbot around. Main deck Pyroclasm really suggests some things about their deck, though. And hopefully I get to daze whatever they're going to cast for 4 mana here. Ready? I mean, I will daze, because I don't have many more opportunities to daze, and this keeps Glen Elendra around, but... Ready seems strange here. I don't quite know what's going on with their deck yet. So we're going to go... I guess we Imperial Recruiter to see what's going on, or I can make a a 4/4 Shark Typhoon. How quickly does that put them on a clock? I hit them for 3 down to 12, and then Shark Typhoon. That's a pretty fast clock, actually. We're gonna just hold up Shark Typhoon. I can also, I guess they might just trade off with Colonnade, but I think I can Treachery a Celestial Colonnade. I think I just steal their land. I don't think it stays a creature, but that might be useful. Siege Gang Commander. Let's remand that. I could Treachery it, but I think remanding it just gives me so much time. Ooh, into Fact or Fiction. Perfect. Perfect. I hope I don't get Spell Pierce, but if I can resolve end of turn Foff, I can untap with so much stuff. Fucked. Nice, nice. Direfleet Daredevil on Pyroclasm's not very good. In fact, this whole hand's actually not great, but it's, you know, drawing cards is better than not drawing cards almost all the time. Direfleet Daredevil, Shatterskull Smashing Mountain versus the Lava Man Soulscar Mage. I don't quite know what their deck is yet. Like 5-color pile. Or I guess maybe they're just Jeskai actually. Like Jeskai with a Blood Crypt for fetches. That actually makes some amount of sense. Blood Crypt lets Bloodstained Mire get black, so that's pretty cool. I think I want to take the pile that's bigger and then get a Seasoned Pyromancer. That seems good to me. Ooh, I like Fumarole as well. What if I just cast Shark Typhoon? Shark Typhoon into Treachery Shatterskull Smashing seems really good. 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I want to hold up a blue for Glenn, even though they're going to kill her with Siege Gang. Do I really want to cast it? I can make a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can make a 5/5 Shark. I also really want to Treachery this 3-man Inspector and hit my opponent for 1, 2, 3, 4 down to 8. I really do want to steal this. And I think I'm going to. Tap all my lands. I know it's not the highest value play, but we get to hit them for a whole bunch. If they play Siege Gang, that's fine. We're going to make a 5/5 Shark at end of turn. Yeah, I think I like cycling the Shark Typhoon rather than casting it, because getting the Shark now is very important compared to getting it later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they can play Siege Gang with 1 activation available. Ooh, they cast Time Twister. I'm going to counter that. And they crack a clue. Okay, I think they're dying. Do they know about the Shark Typhoon? I'm not sure. Make a 4/4 Shark. We draw Phantasmal Image. 4, 5, 6, 7. So I just need to cast like Shatterskull Smashing for 0. Keep forgetting I can't cast it for 0. We'll cast it for 1. Okay. Got him. Okay, that was a weird game. I think they're just Jeskai. Not quite sure what the deck is though. This feels like I maybe want Eidolon in the Great Revel or like Shrine of Burning Rage. If they're just going to sit there doing nothing, Shrine seems really good. Daredevil, I feel like should be good in this matchup. Maybe they just didn't draw properly, but it seems like they gotta have some type of good spells. And I could get rid of like a Soulscar Mage. Not sure. All the cards seem good. I mean, I got them with the Daze. I'm gonna get rid of the Soulscar Mage, I think. Run it like that. Ooh, Shelldeck Isle. Let's keep this hand. I always forget I have this card in my deck. And then I'm just like, oh yeah, Shelldeck Isle. Free spells. Seems good. We draw Daze, but we don't have any blue mana or islands currently. I feel like Glen Elendra, well actually these are good hits. I think Glen has the highest upside against their deck, but Seasoned Pyromancer is also quite good. So as long as they don't do anything crazy turn 2, we have like Remand Daze going on. And I didn't really see any counter magic for them either. I think I'm going to cycle Ice at the end of turn if they don't do anything, because I really do want to hit a 3rd land drop. In fact, I could just Ice them on upkeep. That seems actually quite good, because they didn't do anything last turn. And like, we're just trying to make sure that we hit land drops here. So let's do this. Grab a mountain. Ice their Needle Spires. And we draw a land. Perfect. Another land is good. We have Daze, and I don't really mind doing it. So let's just get down an Imperial Recruiter. Unfortunately, Glenn is in our Shelldeck Isle. But we can grab Seasoned Pyromancer. If I hit a red source, will be pretty nice. Venser's also really good. I like Venser. He's not as good as if I have to cast Daze here, but he's still quite good. Okay, so they are playing black as like a main color. This isn't just a splash, so they're just 4-color non-green, I guess. Don't quite know what's going down, but we're gonna attack. Yeah, opponent's running Snapcaster Mage. Direfleet Daredevil has to be good. We'll pass turn. We can always Venser their Needle Spires if we need to. I don't want to play too much into Pyroclasm. Ectosignet. I could remand that, but I think that one's fine. Chain Lightning the Imperial Recruiter. So I'm actually going to Venser the Imperial Recruiter. This gives me a lot of value. They kill my Venser, sure. They're down to 3 cards in hand. My hand is completely full. Like this seems pretty good to me. We play Recruiter. Recruiter's going to grab. I still don't have double red, but I think I want Pyromancer long term. And I'm likely to hit a red source at some point. I think I just hit my microphone. I'm very sorry. Okay, so what does their deck do? It's just like a bunch of removal spells and then a Duretti. That's all I know so far. Monastery Mentor, we're going to remand that and then daze it. Pass by returning an island. Oh, I should have treacheried it actually. That would have made way more sense than dazing it. But it kind of worked out because I do get to Treasure Cruise now. Although that fills my hand too much. I think we're just going to Direfleet Daredevil Chain Lightning them. Yeah, I should have treacheried the Monastery Mentor. That seems way better. I'll just hit their face here. Play this. Attack here. And then next turn my Glenalendra is active, which is going to be very nice. They can... Ooh, they have Thoughtseize. Okay. That takes Treasure Cruise, probably. Yeah, I shouldn't have used Daze there. It also put me down a land drop. And like, Treachery is going to be hard to make work. Yep, they take Treasure Cruise. That just makes sense. So they have Needle Spire's activation online if they want to. That's a lot of land. I'm okay attacking. Snapcaster Mage is just okay here. Like, they can't flashback Angrass Rampage or Thoughtseize. Okay, so I think I just incinerate this. It's like I get an extra 3 damage. And I have Firebolt to do 4 damage in total to their face. And I can cast Glenalendra in response to any non-creature spells they might have. I've Treachery to deal with things. As soon as I draw a red source, we get Seasoned Pyromancer. We'll see what they got. I think Siege Gang Commander, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be the worst thing, but they can only activate it like 1 time. Raven Inspector is fine. Probably gonna eat a Treachery, to be honest. Yeah, that's never a good sign when you have to crack a clue against a board like this. Caracas. Glenalendra's not legendary. I always have to like triple check that. Cast Glen. We draw another red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Treachery does go for lethal here. If I play a red source. I think we're gonna go for Treachery on the Inspector. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that just snap resolved. And we attack them for damage. If they don't make me sacrifice Glen, I do have lethal. Then we Firebolt them. Then we flashback Firebolt on them. And that'll be lethal. We are in the finals with this deck. This has been a really fun deck. I like the blue-red tempo style of decks. There's a lot of cool things. My opponent's deck felt very empty. I don't know. They probably have a lot of cool cards. They must have just drawn a lot of lands. See you guys in the finals for another trophy. Let's see if we can get there. Oh, right. We're playing against Ramp. This hand looks good. We have Shadow Skull Smashing for red. Figure of Destiny. Okay. I was going to initially leave up, or play Shelldock Isle turn 1 to have Counterspell turn 2, but I think we're going to play Shadow Skull Smashing tapped. And then Shelldock Isle turn 2. The hope here is that they just level up Figure. This line of play is extremely weak to Wasteland, but I think it's okay. Ooh, they play Legionnaire. Okay. I just take 1. Draw a mountain. I have Commit Memory. I think I'm just going to Burst Lighting the Legionnaire right now, and then play Shelldock Isle. In this matchup, I guess Treasure Cruise is probably what I want. Because I can like burn through my deck really quickly with Factor Affection and find answers to these things. I think I have Pyroclasm in the sideboard, but I'm not sure. Seasoned Hollowblade is fine. So now my opponent missed a land drop, so they have 3 spells in hand. And I get to go Soulscar Mage plus Counterspell, which will be useful. I mean, I'm taking 5. Yeah, I'll take 5. Soulscar Mage lets me kill Seasoned Hollowblade though with burn spells, which is going to be good. And I like them casting spells. We're going to counter anything they play here, especially that one. Counter that. We go Mountain, so I can set up for Factor Fiction. And we'll see if they attack with Finger of Destiny now. They do not. I could commit the Seasoned Hollowblade, but I think Factor Fiction will find us some burn for it. I'm going down to 11. They're playing mono white though. Well, assumedly, they might have red. Student of Warfare is fine. Then they probably just double level. Okay. So Foff should hopefully get us some answers here. Oh, they're holding up white to Figure of Destiny. Right. And they don't have Mana Tithe. Ooh, Phantasmal Image. That one on Seasoned Hollowblade could be really good. It's interesting they're so scared of Phantasmal Image Remand. Actually, no, that makes sense. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 lands right now. So I can play Phantasmal Image and hold up Remand. And it's sacrifice. So if they do have a spell to target it, they can still kill it even though I can give it Indestructible. 28, it's going to go down to 23 cards in library. I'm going to draw down to 22. I think this pile's better. Oh, Pyromancer was huge. Let's go Seasoned Pyromancer. I don't love Remand in this situation, but this puts me down to 20 cards in library. I think I'm going to discard Remand. And I want all the tokens I can get. Commit Memory is a little bit slow, but it does give me like a permanent answer to Figure of Destiny level ups and stuff. So I think it's going to be Remand Direfleet. And I do draw blue, so I can Treasure Cruise at instant speed. And I have Incinerate too. Alright, let's do that. We're gonna win by drowning them in cards. Figure becomes a 2/2. So Student of Warfare, they can't quite make a double striker, so I can Incinerate that. And they swing out. Let's Treasure Cruise to see what's going on here. All good cards. So I want to be able to Phantasmal Image the Seasoned Pyromancer, I think. But I guess actually having Seasoned Pyromancer in the graveyard is not too bad either. If they level this up, it becomes a 4/4 that takes their whole turn so they don't cast any more spells. I think I just want to max prevent here. I have so much cards in hand that this makes them discard a card, spend their mana to save Figure. Yeah, that seems good. We can't take damage. We're going to win on raw card advantage. Wow, they discard Restoration Angel, and they don't pay 3 mana. They're just going all in on Student. This works even better. They're holding up a single white. So, what do we want to do? 1, 2, 3... I think I just go land Mox. 1, 2, 3, 4... I can play Glenalendra and then Phantasmal Image Glenalendra. The thing is I really do want to Incinerate their Student of Warfare. I think we're going to go land Mox, Glenalendra, and then have Incinerate up on Student of Warfare. Pass turn. We want to Incinerate on their turn to like waste their mana or whatever. They Path Glen, or Swords Glen. We will counter that. Yeah, that's what they were holding up the mana for, which makes sense. Do I care about Armageddon? Kind of. I think we'll just pass turn for now. I was thinking I could Incinerate Student to play around Mana Tithe, but they didn't have Mana Tithe earlier. Alright, let's kill this. We are tapped out, but I think that's okay. And they pass turn. Great news. We have the Lava Man, we have Commit Memory, we get to play Fumarole, hit our opponent for 1. Then pass turn. We can make Pyromancer tokens if we want to. We can make a Giant Shark. Hero of Bladehold. I almost want to Phantasmal Image that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we're gonna like image that and then commit it. That's fine. Make a big shark. We'll also see what we draw of Shark Typhoon. I mean, a 5/5 shark is huge. Imperial Recruiter. Oh, oh boy, treachery it in. Treachery your hero. And that might be Scoop City. Yeah, okay, we are up in the finals against Mono White, a matchup we are quite prepared for. Pyroclasm seems very good. Honestly, Mishra's Factory can block a lot of their things. And an easy way to lose against Mono White is to not have land. So I think I'm going up to 18 land just to have a Mistress Factory around. We're going to get rid of... Probably Expansion Explosion's not great. And I don't think they saw Daze. I don't love Daze on the draw in matchups like this, though. They do have a Hero of Bladehold. Dazing Hero of Bladehold does feel good. I normally side out Direfleet, but the first strike is pretty relevant too. Oh, I actually think I like Goblin Dark Dwellers. It's a bit slow, but it does a lot of things. I'm running effectively 18 mana sources, so I don't feel too bad running the Dark Dwellers. I could cut Narset. She has good card advantage. Yeah, actually, we're going to get rid of Daze. I'm just going to have removal for these things. And then the last card could be Counterspell. No, it's definitely not Counterspell. Maybe it is just Narset. She's hard to cast and hard to protect. Alright, well, this hand looks quite reasonable. Wow, they mulled a 5. This is going to be rough for them. This hand is a bit weak to Wasteland, but with them mulliganing to 5, I'm not imagining keeping Wasteland. And if this is what's going on, they're in trouble. They might have just kept, like, the big hitters, like Hero of Bladehold or whatnot. Spectral Procession, I am going to actually counter that, because I have Treachery for Hero of Bladehold. Do I run out Abbot, or do I save it for more cards later? I think having Abbot in play is going to be good. Land? Nice. Go ahead. I mean, this is a lot of land, but... yeah, they do have Hero of Bladehold, so I'm going to take one hit off the Bladehold, then I'm going to steal it. If they have Bladehold into Mana Tithe specifically, I could be in trouble, but I can't leave them with Spectral Procession because I don't really have a clean answer for that in hand. So let's... I could play Arid Mesa for thinning, but I think my life total is also pretty important right now. Apparition my Abbot, so I take a whole bunch. And I lose to Treachery or Disenchant, but they only have one card in hand, or Mana Tithe or Disenchant, I mean. They only have one card in hand. They stack their triggers appropriately. Okay, so we do get to take the hero. Go Island, Treachery on this. Untap all of these. I can Firebolt the Skyclave Apparition to get a 2/2, or I can hold up Wandering Fumarole to block the Soldiers and Seasoned Hollowblade. If I block here, I take 4. I think I like holding up Wandering Fumarole, although it is weak to removal. But I guess if they have removal, they're going to kill Hero of Bladehold. So this feels fine. We'll see what they draw. If they draw land, we're in very good shape. If they draw Swords to Plowshares this turn, we could have some trouble. Okay, swinging out. Level this up. Block here. That just dies. What's in their hand? The Danto Vanguard, okay. We fall to 8. We have Commit Memory now, so I get to Firebolt the Skyclave Apparition. We get our 2/2 back. We can hold up activation for Wandering Fumarole off Arid Mesa. We did it! Man, we are dominating Vintage Cube lately. Let me go to my game log here. Game history. Don't worry about my other games, but we've won like so many Vintage Cube games in a row. That's unreal. Alright, we're gonna keep going, I guess. We're just gonna keep seeing how many trophies I can get out of like a couple drafts. See you guys there.